Hello, everybody. I am Marti Gets, and I am currently live streaming. Sorry, I ended up a little behind in my activities today, so I'm 25 minutes late. Oh God, that's triggering the shit out of me. But currently waiting for guests, and as they show up, I will introduce them. Until then, I will. Oh, and we have our buddy Irate Bear. Sorry, I had to go live. The fact that I was 25 minutes behind was triggering the shit out of me, mate. Oh, and we have 4 viewers. Let me see what's going on in the chat while I assume Bear is getting his stuff ready.
Penis? Yes, it
Penis.
works.
Yes, penis very much so.
Oh, we're live?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to, like, the fact that I'm a half an hour late was triggering me, and I don't want to disappoint all 5 of my fans, so.
You have more than that.
Well, all right, 7. Okay, we're at 7 right now, so yeah. But
Mate, suit yourself. He's currently trying to get suspended on Twitter by insulting me.
that's awesome. That is awesome. I do like Suit. I hate how my channel doesn't allow me to watch my own live stream. Like, I have to actually go to the link and then freaking.
Well, you can just click on my channel, and then it should come up on your homepage if you've set your channel to a customized layout.
I don't believe so, but I think they're. Yeah. Here's the watch link. I forget that Hangouts gives you the watch link. There we go. Alrighty.
So what's the topic, man? Are we just shooting the shit, or
We are just shooting the shit. I haven't made a video in a few days. I've been really busy with real life stuff. Another one of the reasons why I'm late today. So I figure I'd put out a live stream, keep my exposure up, and see what happens.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hello.
Hello,
who just walked in?
That's
Hey,
Laura.
Laura. You bitch! You started a live stream without me. I'll kill you.
Turn the chat up, right? Sorry, I've just connected my new Turtle Beaches to my laptop today, and I'm still trying to figure out all the settings. I think I've sussed it.
You know what? I do. Oh, sorry. There was an echo for a second. Oh shit, Magog's here. Hey, he is quickly becoming one of my favorite YouTubers. He has this whole theme going on where he's like sort of like an alchemist or a sorcerer from medieval days, and he's
he's funny as fuck.
Yeah, and he's doing commentary on the SJWs from the perspective of a medieval alchemist sorcerer type.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, he's got really good production value, good props. He uses his various programs very well. And if
I just suddenly go quiet, it's because I'm assessing my new video.
Yeah,
assessing your new video.
Yep, and
yeah, it's an experiment.
Production value, good.
Oh,
what's that, Marty?
Oh, there was an echo for some reason.
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad. I loaded YouTube and didn't press mute fast enough.
Yeah, and if my other guests don't start showing up, I'll extend an invitation to Magog.
Hello.
Who just showed up?
Yeah, sorry, that was my bad.
Okay.
YouTube and didn't press mute fast.
Yeah, Jeff.
Oh, I'm doing good.
All right, so the penis to vagina ratio is now 1-to-1. Perfect.
That's what I was going to say.
Does it have to be balanced? 50-50.
No. Actually, the original idea, fuck my stutter. It was originally just going to be me and a bunch of chicks. Hack Job, Misa, Sam, and Amanda. But then Misa pointed out that Bear was upset that I didn't have him on my last one, and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, of course you have to invite him.
Bully.
Well, Bear can be an honorary girl for the night.
Well, he is always asking to be raped in the bum, so
Yeah.
yeah. So oh yeah, I have to change the title too.
Wait, are we live or?
Yes, we
Yeah.
are very live. I was triggered by the fact that I was so late, so I started, and I figured people can come in as they figure out we're live.
Okay, cool.
So I uploaded a video
Hack Job.
as a.
Oh, right. Yes, Franny. Hello.
Oh yeah, we finally get to meet. Nice.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Ari?
I was just saying I've uploaded this video as a form of experiment, if you like, because I'm bored of the SJW shit.
Oh God, yes. Like,
I've had enough of the feminist talking points and BLM and the mainstream media bullshit. So I decided to criticize and roast a member of the commentary community. Yeah, but I need to work out the fucking things. I didn't use my full personality in the video, so I think it may have come across a bit boring, even though I'm criticizing him for being boring.
Well,
but live and learn and all that.
yeah.
Well, the thing is at first I thought my my response to Mullet Man was boring, but then like I started getting the feedback of, oh, I loved your dry humor. So, I mean, it can work, I guess.
Yeah.
That Mullet Man was so funny.
Not everybody has to be a spastic. It's just there's a little something for everybody. That's how I go about it.
Yeah, and you're British, so like you get extra points when you're dry. I just like it is disgusting how proud I am of that Mullet Man video. Like I feel so bad that I have so much pride for that video.
You know, I was that impressed with it. I wanted to do a response.
Yeah, I mean, like
Oh,
I watched,
nope.
I watched a few
He's
of
like
his
all the
videos, and
notes wrapped up in one man.
Thank you, Amanda.
Amanda's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, Misa will not be joining family problems, I think, issues.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Probably
She did
fighting
say
over
that in
pineapple
the
on pizza.
chat, so I have beer for once.
I have coffee.
I'm sober.
I got nothing.
I'm sober.
Yeah, I have
I'm only
nothing. And
having
I
a
was sitting
couple.
here bemoaning the lack of drink.
But Beck's is horrible, by the way. It's a horrible brand.
Oh.
So I have changed the stream title to Orgy with Friends because originally I was going to change it to Gangbang for Marty, but
Apparently, we need
I
two
just
more
realised,
people.
guys,
to orgy.
my missus bought me alcohol-free beer.
She
How's that
tricked you.
possible?
Motherfucker!
That's an awesome troll right
I'm
there.
sat here wondering why it tastes like shit, and now I know why.
I'm gonna do that to my husband sometime. That's funny.
I'm gonna ring up the wife now and fucking tell her what the fuck's this shit.
Trying to say something? Probably.
so
I'm ringing up.
yeah, that seems to be the absolute best way to troll someone. Give them non-alcoholic beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You would just have to figure out like how to put it into a beer bottle or a beer, some form of receptacle that has alcohol on the bottle, so that they don't know, because because the non-alcoholic variety always says it's non-alcoholic, and you really want to see just how they act when they're not drunk or
That's
believe
basic,
they're
huh?
drunk.
Well, but I mean the placebo effect has been proven true. They would be drunk, just nothing got them drunk but their own mind.
Yeah. Being with drunk people makes you stupider.
Yeah, the power of your mind is incredible. You'll actually get drunk. Like you actually will have a reduction in pain if you're on a placebo pain medication.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only your own mind doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, honey, hold on.
Yeah. So what's everybody been up to? Any fascinating new videos?
I mean, I'm always in the process of making shit. Like, I don't really do SJW stuff, but yeah, I guess more like animated stuff, but that takes time.
Yeah, I'm currently in the process of trying to collab with somebody. Open collab for anybody who'll have me.
Depends what is it about.
Well, that
I love
that
collabs.
yeah, that's one of the things though. Like, you know, I don't know. Like,
What?
I guess I could find something.
Yeah.
Marty, Batman wants you to check DMs.
I shall check DMs.
I love collabs, but I think that's why everybody likes doing collabs with me. They make me pick the stuff.
Yeah.
Amanda, I'm not impressed with you.
Oh, well.
Oh dear.
I just did a video. It's waiting unlisted, and I was defending you from Timmy. Maybe I won't post it.
Tim Blake.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. After what you said about me in your roast video, harsh.
Oh, come on. It was funny.
I cried a bit. I'll be honest.
Aw.
I'll be honest, right? As soon as you said the fucking whoever the guy who's listening to this will know who it is, right? I fucking pissed myself because I knew it was about me.
I fucking knew you'd know, too.
Hello there.
Because you told me to do the video.
Holy
was that?
shit, Sam showed up. What's up, Sam?
Hi, I was just watching that bearing stream. Pissing me off.
Oh, yeah, so nobody's here, right? Except for us. We're all just talking to ourselves. And the Batman.
No, my legion of loyal fans is here. All
they have
17 of them.
You only have 17 subscribers?
No, I actually have 284.
Oh.
But my loyal hardcore fans are here. You know,
People with 2 screens.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
They're
I was
watching.
just, I finally discovered the ability to game stream, so that's what I've been doing. My loyal fans were there with me just before.
I need to figure that out because I myself am a gamer and I haven't had the time to do any gaming because, you know, my real life job, family stuff, and making YouTube videos kind of sucked my ability to game. So I figure if I do like a game stream, like, you know, once a week or something, I'll be able to game and produce something.
Yeah.
I don't really game. My husband has a gaming stream channel where he and like his friends game, but I've never seen his channel. He doesn't really watch mine. It's our own little thing.
Yeah.
It's good to have your own little things like that, though.
Yeah, and YouTube can actually be a bonding thing. You'd be surprised. Like I have a buddy. He's a total asshole, but now that he knows that I have a video that is creeping up on 1,000 views, he seems to like want to talk to me more.
You're popular, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I still have no idea why. I'm a total wanker.
Man, I never had a video get 1,000 views, but right before Bearing went down, that video he posted about Riley, I had a comment that had over 1,000 thumbs up. And I was so excited, and then bam, everything was gone. So sad. It was like the most likes I'd ever gotten on anything.
I had a top comment on one of Bearing's videos as well, and that was before he got taken down. Very upset by that. I've never got a top comment on anything.
Yeah, me either. That's how I felt. I was still checking it on Google Plus until it disappeared there too.
You use Google Plus. Oh my god.
Just so, because it's easier to check my YouTube comments, because YouTube hides a lot of them from me. But some of them I can't even see on Google Plus. It's annoying.
Yeah. I have noticed that too. I have a very obsessive personality. Like anybody who knows me knows that I have this sickeningly obsessive personality. And so I'll watch all of my statistics and I'll see my comments comment count go up, but I'll go and check, and there won't be any new ones, like not even under my spam folder or held for review or anything.
Well, I'll get the notification about the comment, but it'll just tell me like somebody commented. It won't tell me what it said, and I don't get to ever see the comment. It drives me nuts. So I wonder, how many I'm not even getting notified about. I feel like that's quiet.
Sweet. The vag to penis ratio is perfect now. 2, 4, 5 to 2. Awesome.
Yeah. We have all the women's, Marty.
Sorry, that buddy who has been increasingly more friendly with me. I said, "Sorry, man, I can't talk right now. I'm trying to set up a live stream with a bunch of girls." And he's like, "Yeah, sure, man, whatever." And I'm all like, "I'll link you."
Where are your token badges?
Yes. I don't want to appear to be a misogynist, so of course I have to show true equality by having more women than men.
That's how it should be. Should be paying us too.
Yes, paying you 1 point, or I'm sorry,
For the
paying you 18.
emotional labor. Yeah, for the
Nobody's
emotional
expensive.
labor. Yeah, we need paid for it.
I'll pay you guys 18% more than I'm making. What's 18% more of 0?
Right.
Nothing.
That's okay. I can live with it.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so quiet, that girl?
Oh, I'm tired.
Hello.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure we weren't all talking over you or nothing. Like you wanted to
Well,
talk.
damn, I do appreciate you coming even though you're tired. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a test day and shit like that, so.
Tests. I remember tests. Well, actually, I don't remember tests. I was a laborer whilst in school, so I didn't most of my school years are a blur. Most people say that because they were doing drugs and partying. No, I was working.
I just didn't give a shit.
All right, so let's go through the list. I don't like dead air. Dead air kind of triggers me, so if I find dead air for a second, I'll start talking about random stuff. Hey, random person. Hey, hack job.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something anyway.
Yes. Have you seen any good movies lately?
No. Actually, no. I think in theaters, that would be not Rogue One, the one before that, Force Awakens. That was all right.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
Holy shit, that was like 2 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
I think it was the last movie I saw as well.
Maybe I did see another movie, but it was just really fucking terrible, and I blocked it out of my mind.
I think the last movie I saw at the theaters was Doctor Strange. I have to see all the Marvel movies. I mean, I'm quickly losing interest.
Oh, no. I saw Captain America Civil War. That was pretty good.
Oh, yes.
I watched Doctor Strange the other night. I just downloaded it on my Xbox. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually, they give the best movies to Captain America, which is okay with me because I am a huge Captain America fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
I started Civil War, but I haven't finished it. Like somebody told me I need to watch it, but I haven't finished it.
Yeah, some parts are bad, some aren't. Like I just feel like maybe this is just me, but I feel like the way they shoehorned all these extra characters in just seemed kind of weird. But I don't know. I haven't read the comics, so maybe that's what they were going for.
I have 2 kids. I don't have a lot of time, and I get real intense when I'm watching something. I'm freaking watching it. If it's like a movie or something, I'm not paying attention to 2 things at once. I can watch YouTube videos and take care of my kids. I can't watch a movie and do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, as for the bringing in lots of characters, they are doing that quite frequently. I'm glad they didn't randomly just add a bunch of characters into Doctor Strange for no reason, because they did that with Civil War. You all of a sudden see freaking Zemo and Black Panther out of nowhere. Made no sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're just advertisements for their fucking
future movies. Yeah.
Movie, yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. They're just creating room for more spin-offs and sequels and more movies and make the universe bigger.
Yeah.
which is
And I
okay,
love
but it's. I mean, yeah, it's okay, but it's slowly taking away from the meat and potatoes of the individual stories themselves.
Yeah.
Like Captain America 2, probably my favorite Marvel movie, didn't have any like random characters being added except for, of course, Winter Soldier, but you know, he was the main antagonist, the focal point of the movie, so it fit in completely seamlessly.
My favorite was the original Captain America. I mean, the original Iron Man. Fucking loved that.
Iron
Of
Man's
course.
my favorite as well.
See, the thing with these movies that are coming out, I was a huge comic fan when I was younger. And to me, it's like a dream come true.
Yeah.
So I love it. You know,
I only really liked
the X-Men is the ones that I was disappointed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did thoroughly enjoy this the X-Men First Class. Although I take a lot of flack
Oh
for
yeah,
that.
that was really
For
good.
like, yeah, I mean, like
I like
everybody
that
was
one.
everybody was so mad at you know, because McAvoy and Fassbender aren't Stewart and McKellen. It's like,
Well, I'm
dude,
sorry. I'm sorry. If you're going to go for the past, you can't just, go for, two. Obviously, they're great actors. They're very, very great actors, but they're old. They can't play young people.
You can
exactly.
only,
And Michael Fassbender is my dude crush. I have the biggest dude crush on Michael Fassbender. So
I thought they did an excellent job with casting
Yeah.
people to look and act like the older. I don't remember people's names, but look and act like Professor Xavier and Magneto did in the other movies.
Oh,
They did a
Spock.
really good job.
The guy they got for Spock in the new Star Trek movies was pretty good.
Oh yeah, they casted him great.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
Anyone
good
else
too.
could play
Zachary
him.
Quintel.
Yeah, was he in
He was in Heroes.
Yeah,
Heroes?
yeah,
That was
yeah.
a guy. He played a good character in that as well, actually.
Yeah, although the thing about him in Heroes was when he had the same problem that a lot of bad guys do, is they're so charismatic, so so relatable that they eventually make them into like heroes of the show, like, you know.
Anti-heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that Heroes really is what showcased that he was good for Spock, because he was so good at that coldly detached.
Yeah.
Like, he was able to transform that, do it even better for Spock.
Yeah.
Still, the best coldly detached has to be No Country for Old Men. I was killing in that film. Oh my days.
I've seen that, but I don't remember it. I know the title. I've seen that movie. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a good Coen brothers flick. But of course, the Coen brothers, they've always made great movies. I mean, even back in the late '80s with Raising Arizona. I mean, those guys definitely know how to construct a good movie.
Otter mentioned, was it Otter?
Yeah,
Mentioned
Inglourious
Inglourious
Basterds.
Bastards. Yes.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
sister's favorite movie.
Oh, which
Also
one?
one of my favorite movies. I do like violence.
Which one?
Inglourious Bastards.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I like Quentin Tarantino.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's great. He's so
But,
fucking out there. Funny.
Yep, I love Inglourious Bastards.
yeah.
Good movie.
Definitely how they. I did like how they didn't stick with history. That was a real risky, very, very risky move, but a very, very there was a big payoff in it because nobody expected Hitler to get shot up in that movie theater, and then here's Hitler getting shot up in that movie theater, and you're like, fucking right, yeah.
Kind of like an alternate universe type thing.
Yeah. Like, what if this did happen? Like, here's what you want to see.
Yeah, and
then the movie theater caught on fire, and then also at the very end with the where they carved up the guy's forehead. I love that.
yeah. Oh, dude, and talk about likable bad guys. Hans Landa, probably the only movie Nazi I've ever really like genuinely liked.
That guy in Piano Man or whatever. forgot what that one was called. There was a nice Nazi in Piano something.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, let me look it up.
Well, I mean, but
The pianist.
Hans Landa. What?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Pianist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Hans Landa was an unapologetic Nazi. He was the Jew hunter. He was an evil bastard. However, still, Christoph Waltz brought so much charisma and comedy and just a real likability to him that you're almost forgetting that this guy is shooting Jews for no reason other than he's a Nazi.
Hey, Misa.
Hey, Misa.
Misa.
I don't know, the Nazis in Hello were pretty funny too. I don't know if anyone's seen that old English TV series, comedy show.
No, ma'am, I don't think I have.
Not English.
Oh, mine then doesn't matter.
I like
It was a
Hogan's
funny show.
Heroes. When I was a kid, I liked Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
I
Yeah,
sadly learned how that guy died. Don't look that up.
Yeah, a lot of good. We tend to forget that actors are humans and susceptible to that same old human fallibility. Like David Carradine died masturbating in a dress while trying to perform autoerotic asphyxiation on himself. So, yeah, I mean, you hear about that and you don't want to believe it, but then it sinks in that this guy was human and he had his vices, and just a very, very interesting way of going about it. Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Hey,
a few actors and singers have done that in the past.
Yeah.
You hear it all the time.
one thing. Hey, Dick Balls.
Also, by the way,
Just one
why
thing
don't
real quick.
Oh, what?
Just one thing. Hey, Dick Balls, if you put Magog in timeout again, you're going to lose your wrench, mate.
you need to give me a wrench because I gave you a wrench
I
on my
gave
channel.
you a wrench. You have a wrench.
I don't have a wrench.
Type something in the chat.
Like the
You
chocolate
clear up the chat.
See?
Oh, shit. I gave you a wrench. No, I did give you a wrench. It's on my freaking approved moderators tab on my page. I added you with the URL. You know how you can just add people with their channel shit? But I guess it didn't stick.
She looks
Yes, it
like she's
didn't.
calling bullshit. She's
Yeah,
got
just
that
plain
look on her
forgot.
face. So.
Well, you do have one now. And seriously, if you put and seriously, Dick Balls, no timeouts. Censoring people is fun, but no timeouts.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah. All right. So,
So what were you gonna say, that girl?
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Oh, that was what I was going to say.
Oh, just the wrench. Okay.
Yeah, I want to have more power.
All the power. Misa, what's up?
Hi, nothing much.
Hey, can you turn up your gain a little bit or move a little closer to your mic?
Okay, one second.
You can turn her up with this version of Hangouts, Marty.
How do I do that?
If you look in the top left, there's a control room button.
Oh wait,
But
my
there, it's alive. It speaks.
Hold on, is that better?
Yes.
Oh, yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Much better.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. Yeah, I see the whole thing right here. All right, cool. That's good to know. Oh, cool. I can turn off webcams too.
No, don't.
No, I won't.
I
but
didn't have a cam. So
I just thought it was
Thumb
funny.
over mine.
Actually, to be fair, I probably could run both the webcam now that I've got my new laptop.
Give
but I'm
Otter
stressing
a
out and
wrench.
that's not happening tonight.
No,
Otter
no,
needs to get a cage.
no. Scouters
Otter.
don't get wrenches.
Give Otter a wrench.
No.
I shall just use it as a tool to start the Ottoman Empire again.
Is going to use the wrench to escape the cage.
Today,
Exactly.
wrench, tomorrow, the world.
All right. So, random person. Sorry, I despise dead air. Lotus, what have you done recently?
What have I done recently? I have worked. That is all I have done. Nothing but work. And been on here. So very exciting.
Work on YouTube.
That's all I do is take care of my kids and do YouTube.
Yeah.
Stay-at-home moms are boring.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't
yeah,
think being at home with kids would be boring. Be
Well,
non-stop.
boring is boring to other people. Boring isn't the word I would use for the kids. Demons and angels at the same time, that would fit well. The youngest one will just scream for no reason. That's the worst part. I got to get rid of the scream. I just don't know how. Even the speech therapist doesn't know how to get him to quit doing that.
Duct tape. Duct tape works well.
Yeah, he'll probably just grow out of it. I'd say.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Like, it'll
All right.
scare the shit out of me. He sounds like somebody's murdering him, and I go in or I go to him from wherever I'm at, because whenever he screams, I'm not standing right next to him. That's why he does it. And there's nothing. He's screaming at something that's going on the TV or something. He just wanted me to come look at him.
yeah, that's you know, I had a very similar problem with a nephew of mine, but his thing was hair pulling. Like, he wouldn't tap on your shoulder. He wouldn't like say, "Hey, Uncle Marty." No, no, no. He'd just walk up and pull on your hair,
Oh.
and eventually that shit got old.
Yeah, that's no fun either. Mine, he still hits sometimes. He's almost grown out of that, but he's on the spectrum, so he has emotional outbursts sometimes, and he hits me. It's not fun to get beat up by a 4-year-old. But he's
Yeah, I have
pretty
a
much
friend
grown
that
out of it.
I have a friend that works with like kids like that. A lot of them have like Asperger's or learning difficulties and like outbursts and stuff, and she's always getting bitten and smacked and having stuff thrown at her and that and everything.
Yeah, it is really insulting to get slapped in the face by a 4-year-old. It really is.
It's like, it's not like you can just turn around and slap them back, even though you might want to.
Someone wants me to rant, like I was getting very angry in the Bearing stream with that fuckface. But I'm just too tired.
Could you elaborate? There are so many fuck faces.
Yeah, I missed that stream.
Eli Bosnick?
Never heard of him.
Nope.
Whatever, I don't know. He's a podcaster. He's an SJW, and he got me really mad because he literally kept mispronouncing the word Appalachia.
Oh.
How do you mess
And
up
as someone who grew up there and who has family who lives there, and also the fact that he was calling the white people there, he was talking about how they have privilege.
What? No, the people of Appalachia.
Where is that?
Yeah. It's basically the South. It's well, I mean, it's the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, the Appalachian Mountain Range is a.
It's white people. It's a majority white people, and they're all, and not all, but
Poor.
most of them are very poor. There's also a heroin epidemic through that area.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that
And
no,
Mountain
they
Dew.
are not privileged. And it's not called Appalachia, and it's also not called Appalachia.
Oh man.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
neither of those things.
Yeah, the Appalachian Mountains is a small mountain range that exists from southern Pennsylvania all the way down to northern Georgia in that region. It's the highest points in the eastern United States.
Yeah.
And during the big immigrant boom of the mid to late 1800s, most of America's Scots-Irish immigrants that didn't want to stay in New York moved to Appalachia, which is funny because you'll get like third, fourth, fifth generation Scots-Irish descended Americans. They'll be living in the.
They're not really that many Scotch-Irish. They all say that they're Scotch-Irish, but when they actually find out, they're not really. Considering the fact that my grandfather thought he was Scotch-Irish, but he was English.
There's more Scotch Irish in the Ozarks, really.
Yeah.
That's where my family's from.
Yeah. There's just there's not very many Scotch Irish. A lot of them were told when they were kids that they were Scotch Irish, but it was not true.
Yeah. Kind of
Well,
scared of those.
yeah. Well, but the funny thing is you'll have natural-born Americans from 3-4 generations back, born in the very, very hot American South, that are still like genetically from the British Isles, and they will, even though they are natural-born 4 or 5 generations back, they will still burn to a crisp every single year, and it never stops being funny. I feel very privileged with my Native American skin.
I'm half that kind of mix between all of that. I mean, I'm basically an American mutt. But most of my family traces back to before the revolution, so I've been here since before America was America, technically. But yeah, you see this skin? Yeah. Most of my family has lived in very sunny places, but I did not get any of that.
Yeah, I'm Irish, Scottish, and Native American, and I can get pretty pale, but I always keep like a slight tan no matter how much I stay indoors. Like I'm a little brown right now. But once I go out in the sun, like I'll tan really quick. I burn really bright red like a redhead should, and then it turns into a tan like 2 days later.
Me
It doesn't
too.
even hurt.
Yeah, I used to. I like for like 3 months I had a tan because I went out in the sun. It was like a very slight tan, but it was because I got sunburned, and so it was a very unflattering tan
Yeah.
for like 3
Especially
months
when you
because
start peeling and that, and your skin starts falling off.
I don't peel and stuff like that. Like it turns into a natural brown tan, but I look real sunburned for like 2 days after I go out in the sun. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a mutt.
Who
Yeah, my
dropped? Someone
granddad's
dropped.
half
Oh,
black, so I tan reasonably easily.
There is a story about that in my family. On my dad's side, I do believe it was my great grandparents, like the mother supposedly her mother, so it'd be my great great grandmother, came home to her Cherokee family and claimed that the baby she was carrying had a Cherokee father, but there's like a story that it was really a black father. Like that was not a full-blood Cherokee baby.
Oh no.
I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a family rumor.
Yeah. How many of you guys have actually taken that whatever ancestry type
Oh, God,
test?
oh yeah, the DNA test. I
Yeah.
have been thinking about it. However, like I know my family history. It's English and Native American. It's just easy. We are ridiculously easy to plot and figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, my great grandmother did all the genealogy stuff and figured all that out for us. I wouldn't give the government a reason to keep my DNA on file. That's all they're doing. They work with the government.
I know it'd just be really interesting to see kind of where you're from, or if like, because there's a lot of people who are like, oh my god, like they're always told like, oh, I'm like 1/8 whatever Native American Cherokee or something, and then it turns out they have nothing, and then it's like, oh, I've been lied to my whole life.
Well, there's also the problem of the fact that like you don't get all of your parents' genes, you get some of them. Like I'm not super into genetics, but I watched a thing about this because I was studying the ancestry DNA test that you could like genuinely have slight trace amounts of something in your family bloodline, but you don't get it. Like your siblings could have the Native American blood, but you don't. You got more of the Irish and the Scottish or something. And those things aren't very accurate either. They have like there's 3 different places that do it, and they have videos of people who went and got one done at all 3 places and got different answers from each one.
Oh.
It's really just a way for the government to get you to go give them your DNA.
Well, as we tighten our tinfoil hats, let's also be reminded that what they look for are specific cues. It's like it doesn't pop up as, oh, this is definitely French.
It's
No.
it's just genetic cues based on other people and the history and where other people expect, like in those areas, the certain things that you have genetically, the certain markers that you have, basically just looking at the people that live there now, looking at their results or their DNA, and if you match cues there, I mean, obviously, it's not an exact science. It's more
Educated guesses.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's like basically where social and real science mix, because it's taking historical stuff and it's also taking your DNA, but it's taking historical cues with that DNA and making educated guesses with it.
But that may sound a little tinfoil hatty, but they really do want DNA profiles from as many people as possible, but it's more for things like research. I'm not claiming that they want your DNA for nefarious reasons, but they do things like the Human Genome Project, and they're trying to connect all of us back to an ancestral atom and things like that. And they need as much DNA from as many people as possible to do things like that. Plus, if they have your DNA on file, it would be easier to catch you for a crime or something.
Yeah.
yeah, but of course they can do that from just going through your garbage.
Yeah.
Like once you throw something out, it's not yours anymore. Garbage is.
But if they can convince you to give it to them, isn't that so much easier?
Yeah.
Well, they don't. Well, I am really wary about giving up DNA. Like, I am really pissed that I committed a misdemeanor when I was 18, and now my prints are on file for all of time. I utterly despise that thought. But then again, I'm libertarian, right? I don't like the government having information on me.
You can't help it, because like when I go to America to visit my family, because I've got family in America, you've got like your retina scan thingy and your fingerprint thingy, and I'm like, I'm just going into the country and now that's it, doomed, just because I travelled.
Yeah, but I always try not to give them any more than they're gonna get anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
Yeah,
they're always
it's-
going on in England about like they lose your personal information anyway, and that's like the most thing. They'll probably just leave it all on a train like they usually do with stupid confidential information and that. And then there was a comedian when they were going to bring out the biometric cards where it had like your thumbprint and your retina scan and it dropped your DNA or something, like ID card thingies.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, now, just when they lose the information, it's going to be that much harder. Like when somebody to like, you'd have to like get new eyeballs and new fingerprints and stuff like that when they lose your information.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the thing as well. It's like, it's okay now, but what if like a really crazy government gets in control and then they've got all that information? You never know what's going to happen in the future.
I'm not even sure it's okay now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm no tinfoil hat guy, but
No, you just never know what's going to happen. That's the thing.
The sheer thought of
World of
all,
uncertainty.
the sheer thought of all the
You know,
information.
you buy all those smart TVs and smartphones and everything like that, and the government can get into them easier.
That's the only time that I ever almost genuinely hit my husband. He called me a tinfoil hat. And neither one of us can remember what we were arguing over at the time. But he felt that he was across the room when he said it. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I have never been afraid to say things to my girlfriends, or even in retrospect, like my sisters or my mother. Now, I did end up with a lot of ass beatings in my life, but I never had any fear of just speaking my mind.
He's fine to speak his mind. We were literally arguing, and he was saying that to be an asshole. That's why he almost got hit. Like, he was calling me a tinfoil hat knowing I'm fucking not one. He was just trying to be an ass, so he almost got smacked for it. But we don't argue often. That's like the only genuine argument I can ever remember us having.
Maybe I'm just too confrontational, but 9 out of 10 of the relationships I've had were, say, 75% arguments. Like,
Oh, I did a lot of arguing in other relationships. It's just me and my husband are soulmates.
aw.
We really
You're
are.
so cute.
He's my other half. He's the only one that could handle my crazy. I'm the only one that'll put up with his bullshit.
Yeah. Argument is a form of communication, so as long as you're communicating, there is a difference though, but yeah.
Well, the thing about with me and my girlfriends is I have a bad habit of dating Mexican chicks.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't do it on purpose. Like, I don't actively seek out Mexican chicks, but it always seems to happen that way. And yeah, that leads to a lot of confrontation because they don't take your shit, and I'm the kind of person who won't take their shit. So, so it typically explodes. Excuse me.
As long as you make up afterwards, though.
Usually, yeah, usually.
And, like, don't hold grudges. I think if you're the type of couple that argue and hold grudges, then it becomes a problem.
Holding grudges is awful.
But if you
Do
can,
not
like,
hold
argue
grudges.
about a thing, and then once that thing's over, things go pretty much back to normal.
The best way to do a
It's
relationship
not
is
too
if
bad. What?
I like to always follow the advice: never go to bed angry.
Yes.
I mean, you honestly just make sure that you work it out. If you need some time apart, then like literally just like an hour or two or whatever, because that's what I always do, especially with my family. We get into some very heated arguments, then we just separate for a little bit, and then we're basically like throwing apologies at each other within the hour.
We don't apologize. And my family will yell and scream at each other. We've even gotten into fist fights. And then the next time you see each other, it's, hey, what's up? That's just how we roll.
Yeah,
my
that
family-
too. I mean, honestly, if it's a big argument, that's how it ends up being. But if it's a small one, we basically just ignore that it happened because it didn't really happen. It was just angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my family seems to hold grudges, like hold
My
on to them.
My dad's family are pros at holding grudges, as in, like they will hold grudges until you die. They will not. I mean, even if it's a loved one, a very close loved one, they will. Once there was an argument, and after like it was like I think it's during like a Christmas time or something like that, and after my mom and my dad were visiting, and once they went back home, they got a postcard in the mail from my dad's parents that said, maybe we shouldn't see each other for a while. That's all.
My grandmother keeps a notebook with like a tally of everything she's given to people and what they've given to her. We saw it when we were kids. Like, it's
I'm too
crazy.
lazy for the whole grudge malarkey. I can't be bothered to remember who I'm not supposed to be speaking to and why I'm not supposed to be speaking to them, and it's just too much hard work, really, to be honest with you. And my family's massive because my granny was one of 10 and my granddad was one of 10, and they all had kids. So like, it's quite a large family, and as families do, they fall out willy-nilly here and there. And I just speak to everybody because I can't be bothered to remember who's fell out with who and why. Just fuck it.
Yeah, my family's very big and very close, but I only hold a grudge against one person for very sound reasons. So
We're close but toxic in my family. We're toxic to each other, so we really shouldn't see each other that much, but we stay close.
Yeah, not so much with mine. Like, the only member of my family that I see regularly would be like my mother. That's kind of why I.
Oh, Misa ran away.
Yeah, but don't worry, I have base trainee coming in. Yeah, that's why I kind of adopted base mama as my honorary sister, because I don't have a lot of my actual family floating around. So
I mean, most of mine, they've kind of moved far away at the moment, but we still talk and stuff, and I go see them when I can. They come see me when they can, but we used to be a lot closer. We used to see each other all the time. our kids will be fairly close, I hope, as they grow up.
It sort of happens when you get older, because I remember when I was younger, because I had 12 aunties and uncles, and they each had 12 freaking kids each and all that kind of stuff. And they all used to come to my grandmother's for Christmas. And then once everyone got older, they're just everywhere. You don't see them.
Yeah, we were like the last kids in the family until we all started having kids, and we all would see each other for like every occasion when I was a little kid. Everybody was over at somebody's house for Christmas, Thanksgiving, a birthday. But as we got older, that kind of stopped, and it didn't. We tried to get that going again for our kids, but it's just harder nowadays. Like, we're all working and raising babies, and none of us has the time or the energy to drive. Like, most of my family lives 5 hours away at the moment. Texas is big.
Well, most of my family lives 17 hours away.
Holy
Mine
crap.
too.
No, I wouldn't do that.
And we go there basically every Christmas.
Yeah, that's pretty much when we see each other now. Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Well, most of my family lives there, and we usually go there. But part of my family lives 5 hours away, and then the other one 6 hours away. My dad lives halfway across the country, so we travel. We're very used to traveling.
My grandparents live right here in town, but I still don't see them that often.
Yeah, that's like my father. He lives here, and I'll probably see him once every 2 months. That bad.
I just don't get out of the house with my kids and over to their. If they came over here, I've always tell them, come over here whenever you want, but they don't come to my house. They want me to go to them, and I've got kids. I'm not dragging them everywhere. It's exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have kids anymore. They're grown.
I see my mom like once every 2 years. I don't think I've seen my brother for like 4 years.
Yeah, my mother lives over in New
They're
Zealand.
overseas.
The last 8 years, I haven't seen them.
Holy crud, I can go 8 years.
I'm not going over to New Zealand just to see them.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of my sisters in, let's see, what year is it? 2017. It's the current year, so about 4 years. I haven't seen any of my sisters in about 4 years.
I don't know. I at least see them every year.
Yeah, we don't
I
really.
live with my sister, so kind of see her a lot. I'm probably gonna see her in a few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, my siblings all lived with me here in this house at one point, except my older brother. He always had his own house.
Yeah, we don't really do Christmas. We're not a real close family, so this is one of the many reasons why I have adapted to the internet so well. It's just I can get all of the criticism, love, and respect from internet friends and my IRL friends, and it works just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? You can just stay at home and visit people at the same time.
I just come to the internet to spew my opinions because my family's sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
So dead air.
Because everybody's tired. It's one of those days.
So
You guys spoke up about it.
Oh, I am.
Months ago or something. Not long before you invited me.
Well, since I started almost a half an hour late, I was planning on letting it go for at least another 15 minutes. And Danica should be showing up. I invited her via the Mines. So she should be here as soon as she So as soon as she gets that message, she should be here. I actually sent out a bunch of invites, which is how we ended up with at peak 8 people in here. I don't normally like to have that many, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's fun.
People can come and go, so
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I've ever been in a hangout where people have actually gotten kicked out. But yeah.
I kicked
Has
Sky
anybody
out
been
of my
watching them Tim Pool videos from Sweden at all?
What?
No.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
You'll have to
This
send me a
guy's just
link or
been doing
something.
a series of like a daily blog from Sweden. He's been like talking to loads of various people and stuff. It's very, very interesting.
You'll have
I've
to
been
send me a
following him
link.
daily now.
Huh.
He's at Timcast on Twitter, and his YouTube's Tim Poo.
Okay.
And it's a very it appears to me, because I don't know a lot about what's been going on, I have been following it. It appears to me like it's an unbiased view, if you know what I mean. Like he talks to refugees and politicians, other journalists, dudes that he met in a coffee shop. Like, do you know what I mean? He just
talks
and he
to
goes
everybody.
to all the places that people say you're not supposed to go and everything like that, and it's quite interesting.
Oh yeah, the no-go zones, they're freaking
Yeah.
popping up all over the place. There's even hearsay about no-go zones here in the U.S. Dearborn. Well, yeah, there are a few alleged compounds, but the one I'm thinking of is these segregated neighborhoods in places like Dearborn, Michigan, where a slew of Muslim immigrants came in, and they're starting to isolate themselves and build like little terrains and stuff like that.
Somebody buy me
Why
a
don't
plane
they just
ticket.
buy up a huge property and go out and live there?
Yeah, I want to go march around down there.
Basically, that the conclusion that he comes to, and the conclusion that you kind of it's just a problem of integration and controlling the minority that turn to gangs, which in any society dispossessed youth generally turn to gangs. So it's not like it's not a unique problem to the migrants, but it's just more now because you've got more people in the country.
Well, that's
But
why we have to be.
it is a very, very small amount, and the problem is they weren't integrated. These are like second generation Swedes now, like just people that have been born there but whose parents were born outside, that have grown up poor and joined these gangs, more than actually the migrants that are coming in now so much, and that are doing all the gang violence and everything like that, and because they weren't integrated back then when they should have been, kind of thing, and they're just thinking that they're going to make the same mistakes again and hope that they don't and that they've learned.
But that's why we want to be more careful here in America, especially about controlling the number of people that we bring in at a time and ensuring they have a chance to integrate and don't isolate themselves into little neighborhoods, refusing to do so.
Yeah. Because there's a difference. I mean, you could say like, oh, Little China or whatever, Little Italy is segregation, but it's like the difference is, yeah, it's biological to want to hold on to your tradition.
And they each all have their gangs also.
Yeah.
So all you've done is just introduce another ethnic society that copies every other ethnic society that's anyway, including us, where the dispossessed youth will form gangs.
Yeah, and those kinds of places, Little Italy and Little China and stuff, popped up because they did not properly integrate way back in history when they first came. And it's just stayed that way ever since.
Yeah.
And do we really want to do that again with another culture? Bring them in masse and not have them properly integrate into the culture? Like, I'm not saying they have to let go of their culture completely, but you can't have your own little segregated community. That's not how it works.
Yeah, I remember I used to live in Buffalo, New York, and I had gotten myself a job roofing, and we typically did low income areas, and we went to this area on the east side of Buffalo, which is effectively a no-go zone for many reasons. It's not just the Arab Muslims; it's also a very high crime, predominantly black area too, and it was seriously like going to another country. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It's an amazing thing, and yes, Ted's Hot Dogs did exist there, and they are awesome. I'm going to plug Ted's Hot Dogs; they're the freaking best you've ever had in your life. But yeah, it is like going to a different country. And it's not bad per se. It's just the sheer lack of integration or assimilation is very, very shocking to literally go 2-3 blocks down the road and be in another country. Well, to feel like you're in another country is a very, very rough thing, especially when you're trying to extend a friendly hand to these immigrants and be friends and show them the American way. And they're just walling themselves off in little Kabul. It's just
Yeah, like, why did you come here if you don't want to live here? You want what we have to offer, but you don't want to live here. So just get what we have to offer in your country. Fight for that.
yeah. All right, so I'm gonna drop the link to Magog because this guy is really cool, and
And because people
And-
are dropping like flies.
yeah. And I would like to go for at least another 15 minutes at most. So
Yeah.
let's
I'll
pull
talk
up the
forever. That's
minds.
fine.
Yeah.
Here we go, Magog.
Because he was talking to this guy as well that he had been a policeman, and he'd noticed, and he had like I think his parents were from Afghanistan, but I think he'd been born in Sweden, and he was like being a policeman and that and everything, and but then he'd left, and he now when they bring immigrants into towns and stuff like that, he goes and he talks to like the young men, and he like because when they come in, they're just concerned with finding them like jobs and houses and food and stuff like that. They don't think about anything else. So he goes and he talks to groups of the young guys coming in from these countries, and basically explains like the constitution and social norms and like the right to free speech and the right to practice your religion and all these various things. And he just sits and talks with them and everything like that, and tries to. And he says, and the majority of them are like, oh, and they appreciate the difference, but like they actually do want to come and have better lives. So they're interested in learning these things, and they want to learn these things.
Good.
And he says, but then you've got the minority that like just don't. But he says, but as the guy was saying, he says it tends to be the second generation ones at the moment that are causing the most of the problems, kind of thing. And he says, and if we don't do it right again this time, he says the next generation down the line, it's just gonna be the same.
Well, I mean,
And I was like, good to this guy. Do you know what I mean? That's what more people I think should be doing. And he just sits and has conversations with them, and difficult conversations as well.
it's also a problem of the parents too, though, because you see it with SJWs that we have here, people that don't appreciate the freedom that they have. Like, they don't appreciate the situation that their parents came out of. They just want more.
And would it be something to do with seeing the second generation, they find it harder to get jobs or don't want to get jobs, and therefore they start doing all this other crazy shit? And
yeah, I think it's just the fact that like the parents at the time, like they just brought that many in, and they didn't have enough housing for everybody, and there wasn't enough jobs for everybody, and so a lot of them didn't. And obviously the children that grew up were born then poor with the parents not working. They didn't bother to learn the language because the education wasn't good enough, and so they just became like dispossessed youth kind of thing. They didn't have, he explained it as, they didn't have the culture, the natural culture of Sweden, but they also didn't have the natural culture of their parents either, because they weren't brought up in that. So they were kind of like lost in limbo kind of thing, and they felt like crime and that. He says it's a small minority of them, but it's always in the poor areas.
after they have more children and more children, that these children will slowly integrate. But yeah, it's the
and there are a few like towns in that have started to realise that and change their education systems and stuff.
But yeah, see, that's little problems that need to be fixed, and a lot of that is caused by bringing in too many at a time. They didn't have the proper housing, they didn't have the education system prepared. But the children don't understand that even in the harsh circumstances that they're in, they're probably better off than the war-torn countries their parents were running from. Like, that's all I was saying.
Yeah, and then it's got a lot to actually do with what's happening now is that everyone's got to be special or oppressed and things like that, so they don't do anything
Yeah.
to better themselves because they want those free stuff. You know, they don't want to work for anything.
They don't harden the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, what's up, dude?
Can you
Hey,
hear
Matt.
me?
Hey, Magog.
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Hello, everyone. Yes.
It's nice to
What I-
meet you.
Would I expect to be the fastest, soon to be the fastest rising star on YouTube?
I thank you. And I am glad that you find entertainment from my pain.
We were watching one of your videos in a live stream on Failure Accomplished channel, and you made a reference to being hell living with dragons, and I said, oh man, he should have a dragon fly by his window at this time. And like literally 5 seconds after I said that, that dragon showed up, and I may have died a little bit laughing that hard.
And I'm here.
The Batman.
That's
Yes.
right. I'm the Batman.
Hey, Batman.
Batman. Oh, and Mad Woman as well.
Me.
Guy is so stupid.
Mad Woman, when am I going to get the end of Maisie?
And
Damn it.
this guy decided to start an argument saying that Romans invented Christianity and atheism.
What's that got to do with Maisie?
And I provided links, and I finally asked him for citations twice, and the citation he gives me is the wiki link.
Oh god, Wikipedia is not a source, people.
Well,
Really?
everybody knows Wikipedia is the font of all knowledge for idiots.
Yeah, I go there for everything.
I masturbate to Wikipedia.
Oh my
So
God.
deliciously wrong.
Yes, it's very wrong.
I despise Wikipedia, and back when I used to get in arguments on Twitter, I would ask for a citation, and I'd see Wikipedia, and I'd be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I literally had to. I was having a discussion with one of my friends that is very left. She was a Bernie person, and when she said, "Well, you can go to Wikipedia," I said, "I'm sorry, I don't consider them a credible source because anybody can go in and change the entry."
Then
Was that the
And she
joke?
went, "Well, she goes, I use it all the time." I'm like, "Well, that's you. That's not me."
That sounds like your problem.
I think there should be a Wikipedia on Magog. The first line should say, "He sounds like Cobra Commander who's been beaten retarded with a bag of dicks."
yeah, but let's face it, your Wikipedia would be written on human skin with human blood, wouldn't it?
That it would, yes. The Necronomicon.
Yeah, and it'd probably suck the souls out of anybody who read it.
Oh, suck something, all right. Oh, this is good fun. My first live stream.
Oh well, damn! I am
you're
honored to be
Magog.
breaking your cherry, mate.
Oh, yes, it's very painful.
Artie, actually, in Magog's case, it's his first undead stream.
His first unlive stream.
I was chatting to him earlier, and I found out one of his favorite kids' TV shows was Sabrina the Teenage Lich.
With
She has 3 tits. I love it.
oh god. All right. So dead air. Batman. Have you?
What was that?
Why was Fraggle Rock? Like, everybody forgets Fraggle Rock. That was the best kid
Fuck that
TV
show. It's
ever.
scary.
Fraggle Rock was amazing. Ben was my hero growing up.
I fucking loved Fraggle Rock when I was little, man. I had the books, I watched the show, loved
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh yeah, I was like that. I always watched that show as a kid.
I grew up with a Muppet Show.
Yeah.
Yes, we all grew up with the Scribe Light Show. I mean, the Muppet Show.
Oh,
I
It's
got
time
my
to
feet
put on
stuck in a
makeup.
puppet once.
It's
I
time
can't
to
watch
dress up right.
I liked the Muppet Babies a lot too when I was little.
I hated
I kind of did, but it started to piss me off a bit.
Sometimes,
Something.
yeah, it would piss me off, but the little scientist and his little meepy friend made it worth it.
Yeah.
The worst mini-me has to be Scrappy Doo. He boiled
Ooh,
my
actually,
pit.
you're not pronouncing that right, Laura.
Oh,
The S is silent.
Scrappy.
Scrappy
yes.
Doo.
Yeah,
he
that's right.
just spoiled Scooby-Doo for me. He should never have happened.
It took him a while to get that one.
Scooby-Doo. Have you ever seen that Johnny Bravo episode? Bravo Doobie Doo.
No.
No.
Yeah. It was a crossover.
Yep.
Where, the part I remember the most was where Johnny and
Velma
bumped into each other. My glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
Oh,
and he
My
was-
glasses. I can't be seen without my glasses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's funny.
Don't ever touch my glasses again.
I you know what? For all the crappy shows they're bringing back, like we seriously need Johnny Bravo now more than ever.
I think they are bringing it back.
We need another
where,
cartoon like
where he sat in the van and Velma goes, "Don't worry, I don't bite." And he looks at Daphne and goes, "Does she?"
we need another cartoon like Johnny Quest.
But I think Johnny
Quest,
Bravo
large female
is.
breasts.
I think Johnny Bravo is coming back on Adult Swim though, not Cartoon Network.
Oh, that
The
sounds
problem with a lot of these cartoons coming back, you look at Powderpuff Girls or something. Powerpuff Girls.
Christ,
That's
no.
fucking shit.
God, no.
You know, they
Dude.
really fucked it up.
Yes,
I
they
didn't
did.
realize how fucked up that show was until I watched it again as an adult and saw that episode with the boy Powerpuffs. Like, you remember that?
Did you ever see?
Yeah.
I saw one once when I was looking after my mate's two kids. He couldn't afford a babysitter, so he asked me. So I did it for a bottle of beer. I'm cheap, I know. But anyway, they had this Powerpuff Girls thing on, and it was the one with the where they get turned into feminists.
Oh, ew.
And then
Yeah,
they had
that's
a
the
cou-
reboot.
yeah, they had a couple of other ones on, and I was sitting there going, "Why? They're not any different from when they were feminists."
Yeah. The problem is they're so afraid of being misogynistic or being accused of such, and so they're amping it up so bad. And it's like, you have a show about 3 girls who are the single most powerful creatures on that planet, and you're worried about being misogynist. Are you fucking kidding me?
Have you ever seen the Supergirl show?
Well, but
I mean, that pushes the agenda like crazy.
But the episode I was talking about with the Powerpuff Boys, at the end, the mayor's secretary teaches the Powerpuff Girls how to beat them, and it's by making them get turned on, basically.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was so,
These
yeah,
are toddlers.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is a kids show.
I mean,
You know, kids just love it.
Most
But
of the
they try
toddlers-
to get adults to watch these shows too, and it's funny shit. But they don't do
my
any
favorite.
of that.
My favorite.
By the
quote
time
from
Powerpuff Girls
from
came
cartoon
around,
cartoons.
by the time Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab and all that came around, my kid was growing up. So I would sit down and watch it with him, and I called Ed, and Eddie my half hour of stupid for the day.
My favorite quote from any of the cartoon series is, "My head is on fire! My head is on fire!" I just keep thinking of Steve Shives running around screaming that. That's probably why he wears that cap.
Oh, man.
I think I remember the Dexter's Laboratory. That's the one where he's a serial killer, right?
I think his
you-
sister was the serial killer.
I stopped watching that after a while.
Well, here's the funny thing. In retrospect, Dexter's Laboratory kind of works as if he was a serial killer. He's like constantly doing stuff in his basement.
Yeah.
He hates everyone. I mean, he's very sociopathic and very antisocial.
Does
So you
anybody
know what,
remember-
Dexter's Laboratory?
Aren't we all?
I love
Does
it.
anybody remember that 70s show?
Oh, God,
Yep.
yes.
I've got a question for you. Is
Yeah.
it me, or was Donna really not that attractive at all, and a bit of a bitch?
She was a bit
A lot of
average.
Yeah, she was kind of average and a bitch, but Jackie was
Yeah.
a super bitch, and Hyde
Yeah.
was
But
hot.
she was hot as fuck.
She was hot. But you know, she was
Yeah.
15 when
She
that
was
show
15.
started.
Yeah.
I know. I didn't realize at the time because she looked older.
And she lied about her age. She told him that
Yeah.
she was like 16 or 17 to start the show.
Right, looks apart. She is a hell of a good actress, though.
Yeah, she always has been. I love her and pretty
And
much
she seems to
everything
be
she does.
refusing the feminism pressure as well.
Really?
She seems
So
to be.
talking about
Yeah, Bad Moms didn't really seem that feministy to me.
Oh.
I mean, it just seemed like fucking hilarious and kind of
Forgetting her name now.
joking on shit that moms really feel. Like, I'm a mom.
Yeah.
You really kind of think and feel this shit. You just don't do it. So it was funny to me.
You know,
Yeah,
my
especially
favorite.
when one of them kept pulling out booze and pouring it at the end of the day. Like, I'm done
Yeah.
with this.
You know, my favorite that
Like-
70s show character was
Leo?
What?
Red.
Oh, yes,
It's
Red.
probably because Red treat Eric very much like my dad treat me. My dad was
Red
a big,
was
big
awesome.
fan of negative reinforcement, which
I'll put my
actually
foot off in your ass. Red was such a good character, and Kirkwood
Yeah.
Smith knew how to play that guy perfectly. I mean,
it was very realistic.
yeah,
Dude,
like
Fred and Kitty's relationship is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm. Now I'll tell
Um,
you a couple of people that stole the show from somebody, and that is the brother and the dad on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but they stole the show.
I despised Everybody Loves Raymond.
I
Like,
despised his wife and his mother.
oh yes, his
Apparently, not everyone loves him then.
yeah. I mean,
Well,
like,
his wife and his mother were the same person, really, weren't they?
yeah. They were. They really,
One of the
really.
best lines I think in the show, and it used to be in a clip on YouTube, was they were painting the house, and Raymond accidentally painted his mom across the middle, and his dad stopped and he goes, "No, that's not enough paint. Needs a second coat."
I think the guy who played Raymond's brother, if they ever remade the Monsters again, he'd be third for Herman.
which was the one that had Steve Urkel in it.
Oh, that was Family Matters.
Family Matters.
It is.
Get
Probably
out of
Family-
here,
Yeah, Family Matters. That's Family Guy.
I used to like Family Ties as well.
Family Ties-
Family
Yeah,
Ties was
yeah.
good because, I mean, I think the Fox carried that one for the most part, didn't he?
Yeah, the dad was very unremarkable, but the mother was a good, solid, like rock character, keeping everybody grounded. Michael J. Fox, really, the guy is good at everything he does except for drawing a straight line.
Oh,
That's messed up.
More that he did. That was good.
that's okay. He jokes on himself too. I remember watching him in an interview, and they asked him, how his kids are reacting to his Parkinson's, and he goes, "They nicknamed me Shaky Dad. I can work with it."
I used to hate him back in the 80s because he was like, he was I think he was about 5 or 6 years older than me, and he could still play a 17-year-old.
Yeah,
Well,
you got much.
Yeah, and with the exception of the crow's feet, he still could play somebody. I mean, with the wear on his skin, with the exception of the wear on his skin, he could still play somebody in his 20s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
even with
He's got
the
those kinda
wearing the
looks.
skin. I think his best film though has to be The Frighteners.
I love
Oh,
that
yeah.
film.
Yeah,
You
you know
would.
that.
I don't know that one.
Did you know it's a
Yeah.
Peter Jackson flick?
Yeah.
The
That does
guy
not
who did
surprise
Lord of the
me.
Rings.
You know, Magog, I bet you double date with the Crypt Keeper, don't you?
Fucking loved The Crypt Keeper, man. That show was awesome.
Look,
I'm a
I
big
was
fan.
9
Yeah.
and got totally freaked out by that show because my babysitter played it on New Year's Eve, and I had nightmares.
Dude, I was 3 and watching Freddy Krueger. The Crypt Keeper was nothing.
Well,
Oh,
that was my
well-
first foray into horror, and when a guy with roots growing out of him is walking at you in your dreams, and you're 9, you tend to go, I can't sleep.
Oh, do you want to hear a good Halloween trick my mate pulled on his wife? I mean, he's pretty good with technical stuff, and he set up their TV with a battery, hid the battery behind the TV, and did a special DVD, and set up some sensors in the living room. So she walked in, the living room's dark, and the TV clicks on, and there's a black and white thing. It looked just like an old RKO horror picture opening. And now for our special horror treat. And he says he could went for where he was hiding. You can see it getting close to the TV, and then all of a sudden on the TV it points at the power socket. And goes, and did you notice the TV is not plugged in? He said, "Shit yourself."
That's fucking awesome.
That is a pretty good Halloween joke. I usually just kill a hooker.
Bet you they don't see it coming.
In the street,
Never.
the street,
It's okay. They're not people like you and I.
My witch voice actually got me a spot in a haunted house in South Carolina.
When are you moving out?
Huh?
I said, when are you moving out?
Very funny.
Get wrecked,
I
my
was
woman.
born on Halloween.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Thank you.
The
He
kids.
wants
I
y'all
mean,
to say hi back. Can you hear him?
Hi.
Aw.
Hi.
Hi.
No offspring.
no, I don't think that's a new metal group there.
Oh God. You know, I liked The Offspring for like maybe like 1 or 2 albums, but then I just
Mommy's just talking to her friends.
I like that Weird Al version of one of their hits. Really Cry for a Rabbi.
Oh yeah. But of course,
No.
Weird Al makes like he's really good at the parody songs. Like every
yeah.
single Weird Al song
He's
I love.
majorly respected by artists. Like they want
Yeah,
him
Michael
to.
Jackson asked him to parody a couple of his
Beat it.
songs. Beat it and I'm fat.
He is a serious musician.
Yeah.
The
Well, you'd have to be as good as he is.
Yeah.
when Kurt Cobain found out that Weird Al wanted to do "Smells Like Teen Spirit," he's all like, "All right, but wait, is it about food?" And Weird Al said, "No, it's not about food." And he was like, "Oh, sweet, do it."
The one who looks awesome.
The screwed up thing
Weird
about that
Al's,
whole situation was he was given an okay to go to do, the Amish Paradise when he wasn't given the okay from the original artist.
Yeah.
Nobody told him that, he didn't have the okay. So you can just imagine his surprise when he was being sued. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, but
But
once
when you think about it, I mean, if it had been me, it would have been Freddie Mercury or whatever, I wouldn't have sued him because we're getting free fucking publicity.
Yeah, and Amish Paradise is fucking amazing. I like it better than Gangster Paradise.
Yeah. Here's the thing about that though. When Coolio's career kind of tapered off and Gangster's Paradise was still selling like amazingly, he was getting that check every month and and he stopped bitching real quick.
Coolio was one of those rappers that are, the type of rap that I like because his stuff, especially Gangster's Paradise, it doesn't glorify that kind of lifestyle. It denounces it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, talking about
Pretty much.
songs, can you remember a song by Shaggy called "It Wasn't Me"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird Al
Just keep
came out with
denying
his
it, man.
version.
It'll work.
Weird Al came out with his version. She's got a pee.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah. Got a girl with a really small bladder dribbling across the bedroom floor. She's got a pee.
I'm gonna hear that song. That sounds fucking funny.
Oh, talking about Halloween, though. Going back to Halloween. My old neighbourhood, I pretty much grew up there, so everybody knew us. And the kids loved me on Halloween because I used to scare the bejeebers out of them. I mean, there was one year I found an old wheelie bin, so I carefully cleaned it out, totally cleaned it out, and cut the bottom out. And we had this like alleyway where I used to live, dark.
So that's a Weird Al Yankovic song.
Well, hollowed out wheelie bin.
No, she got it clean.
These kids come up on Halloween, doing the penny for Halloween, and says, "Oh, that wheelie bin's a bit low down the alley, isn't it?" It doesn't matter. So they go in on the door, and then I moved the wheelie bin there. Did you hear something? I said, yes. Oh, that bin's closer. And then they go, "Go have a look. See if there's out in it." So the little eye holes and see this kid come forward, and just as his hand is reaching up, I bash the lid up and look up. I'm like, ah! I had this jolly mask on as well. I didn't see the move. I just saw the front gate flapping.
All right. That's a great place to wind it down. I'm going to give everybody a little bit of time to plug themselves. If let's see, let's start from left to right.
Yeah,
Amanda,
don't bother with me.
Just come check out my channel if you want. I'll be putting up a new video soon as my kid lets me have the computer and I can finish putting in my title and stuff.
all right, and I'll be putting
Yeah, yeah.
everybody's various channels in the description. Of course, after the fact, because I don't have the time to do it before we end now. Laura,
I've kind of really just discovered game streams at the minute, so I think my channel's possibly going to have quite a few game streams going on over the next few weeks, possibly longer. See how it goes.
yes, ma'am.
Let everyone come to my channel as well.
Yes, ma'am. Lotus,
Yeah, I'm trying to make content. I'm at a little bit, but I'll get there.
yes, ma'am.
So, Lotus Wolf.
And of course, all their channels will be in the box. Madwoman,
Oh, she disappeared.
Wakey, wakey.
we'll come back to Madwoman. The man, the myth, the legend, Magog.
Hello, I am the
Hear me?
Great Magog. You can come by my channel if you wish. My next incursion into your world will be over BuzzFeed.
No.
That's short for buzzard feed, you know, Magog.
BuzzFeed.
That's gonna be fun.
All right, and we're back at Madwoman.
Oh yeah. I do lots of different stuff on my channel, so come check me out. That including the news too, and I don't mean leaning either way. I try to keep it down the middle.
Wait, did you just say the nudes?
News.
I was going to check that out.
All right, and Batman needs no introduction or outro. He is just the Batman. He will be saving your ass in a dark alley sometime soon.
And probably the rest of you.
All right, so I'm Marty Asphelius, your resident Roman weeb, and I will be putting out a video either later today or tomorrow, and it's always a pleasure. Thank you, and as always, have a nice day.